So today I'm talking about Psychoimmunity from Brahma Kumaris, which is an organization in Manhattan called the Manhattan Meditation Center. So Brahma comes originally from Abrahamic religion. So Brahma was like their version of that, and Kumaris is their group. So there's a lot of focus on original state of being, and I'm doing this video today particularly in honor of my own psychoimmunity, that I can handle being around a very narcissistic energy that's very toxic for me at times and is not supportive, encouraging, reassuring, helpful, engaging, delightful. It's often a lot of work, a lot of threats, a lot of power struggle, conflict, never really a sense of security, and then all the amazing things that come from that. So this is in honor of my own psychoimmunity, that I'm able to bridge gaps with people who are struggling with that, because I used to struggle with that, and then I keep meeting people, and then there's some people I feel like they struggle with it, but they're starting to do better. So this is what is taught at Brahma Kumaris. I probably learned this about 5 years ago, and they're kind of like precepts, but they're also spiritual knowledge. So first of all, I am a guest here. I am timeless and a being of light. And the original state of being is free, creative, benevolent, peaceful. Benevolent for me is what I'm kind of talking about here. I'm dealing with someone who's not benevolent, not peaceful, not free, not creative, not an original state of being. And it's frustrating for me, but I also recognize it, a part of me that's wanting to have more of that too, and then I'm not having it around me. So I guess it's very limited to focusing just on the body versus the external happenings, which is a human part, versus the being part, just being, and the experiencer, which has faculties including intellect. I might have to pause the video and change my environment if it happens, because I have to put myself first. I'm learning that you have to put your own oxygen mask on first, and if somebody's not healthy and they're making you not feel healthy, then you can't help them. So I'm learning how to be healthy. So if it happens at some point I have to pause the video, it's because I have to heal my environment, because it's not supportive, it's not nurturing. If my environment's not nurturing toward me, then I can't be a nurturer. Then I have to nurture myself by clearing out anything that's not nurturing from my environment. I keep a very nurturing environment. So feelings and thoughts affect the body and the immunity, and maintaining health versus the side effects of the measures themselves. So when the side effects of the measures happen, it's that's the very limited focus just on the body, external happenings, human. When we're in the being, we're the experiencer, and we're having our faculties like intellect for reasoning and discernment. We can be reasonable. We can actually think about what's reasonable. If reason is A, B, then C, A and B, then C, or A, then B, then C, then D. We have to be able to think about our actions, and that's also our thinking to our emotions from our mind. There's intellect, and then there's mind. So discernment, then there's body and soul, all our aspects, all our parts of the whole. There's a subtle aspect of awareness of time, awareness of place, and awareness of identity. And Avraham Avinu in Sefer Yetzirah teaches about how there is a depth of dimension in 3 different directions like this, so that there's the different dimensions. Or not depth, but the aspect, the angles. Spiritual knowledge helps us understand who we are, and identity is who I am. It's our meaning of life, it's our purpose, it's our role. And versus when we have relationships or possessions or appearance. Non-physical beings, we are guests in the world. That's how we have to remember to be spiritual beings. Spiritual knowledge. Not possessing the limitations of the body, which is a vehicle or a garment, the edges of the body, and we have to thus realize the damage to the body doesn't damage the soul. It allows for a deeper sense of calm, the inner calm, the inner trust, and the inner safety. As a visitor, we don't have to depend on the places or the people that we come in contact with on the travels. We can let people and ongoings happen because it's their way of doing it. There's no need to take it personally if we know who we really are and where we came from. Couldn't be more accurate for the moment. True freedom is now attainable once we aren't trapped or bound by the body or the bodily experience. We're eternally free. Death of the body isn't the death of the spirit. The body is a gift from nature to use. Extra, we don't own it. Life is just experiences, growth, learning, entertainment, and we remain separate as the experiencer. We are all souls. I am a soul, all in temporary bodies, unity, and we don't need the body to exist. Fear can ease, and there's a secure base, which is the root of all the higher states. And to truly love, we need to feel secure. So I'm going to repeat that again. We don't need the body to exist. Fear can ease. There's a secure base, is the root of all the higher states. And to truly love, we need to feel secure. Otherwise, expectations, attachments, dependencies, and needs, real acceptance. So the physical world is constantly changing. It's unpredictable, unguaranteed, inconsistent. If we don't own even our body, we certainly don't own anything or anyone else. From a secure place, we can start to interact with the world from a playful, curious place. This mind can empower the body when it feels peaceful and secure, non-complaining, trusting, easeful, and accepting. And we need to regularly open ourselves up, and this is true, so true. I was just literally, my thought a minute ago was that I have to constantly practice this all the time. What's wrong with me? What program? I'm still working on this. All these kind of things, how to be like peaceful and calm and happy. I really wasn't raised in it, and I'm still working on it and accepting all of it. So we need to regularly open ourselves up to the broader experience of life and contemplate the deeper spiritual knowledge seeking and meditation. And I find with both of those, sometimes it's good to stick to one. It could be what we grew up with. It doesn't actually matter, but stick to one, and stick to one. Yeah, it's very important. And then also to have a diary or a journal. I do have that, and I also use it as notes taking, like from classes, or I think I said once I do YouTube video, like from the YouTube videos or lectures, but also from like books I read and places I go and conversations I have. And anyway, practicing gratitude. But practicing doesn't mean talking about it. It means actually living, being a gratitude. A gratitude is grateful for happiness. We serve happiness, even when happiness is not serving us. For example, in a relationship, when a husband is happy with his wife, he can do what she needs even when she's not actively serving him. When a king is happy with his people, he takes care of them even when they're not actively in that moment serving him. So it's like a practice means it doesn't actually have to be doing it right now. I'm practicing it even in the moments where it's not obvious. That is the practice. So finally, happiness is a lot like the potential to see beauty, and miracles. Yawning is a miracle. I heard recently it has multiple beautiful functions. For example, measuring temperature, measuring oxygen, calming us, and also energizing us, and I don't know which. And finally, I don't know if I'll remember these, but I'm remembering them now. I might have said one again. Did I say calming us twice? I don't know. But I will say that the last one is social, that because when someone yawns, someone else yawns, it's an indicator of empathy. Anyway, be well. Bye-bye.